Are CBDCs good or bad for finance? We're going to be exploring this topic in this video. And as you all know, QNT and HBAR are one of the front runners when it comes to CBDCs and finance in general. Look at this. This is all in crypto. Hedera's Lehman bid on firms using HBAR for CBDCs. In 2025, the Reserve Bank of Australia committed to utilizing HEDERA DLT for its CBDC pilot. HEDERA will be playing a part in it. We've already covered QNT time and again to understand how it is trying to be a backbone of CBDC. Especially, we've covered Project Rosalind, the Bank of England being involved in the digital pound scenario. We can see over here that HBAR is also concerned when it comes to CBDCs, or also a part of it. So let's check this out, and then we're going to be looking at it further, exploring it further.
On where you see CBDCs going?
I think it's real. And there was a time when I wondered, are governments going to be too afraid of what's new to not do it? And I'm no longer worried about that. You're seeing small countries saying we're going to do CBDCs right away. You're seeing medium-sized countries looking at CBDCs. You're seeing really big countries doing it. China's interested in this sort of thing. The US Congress is talking about this sort of thing. I think we're seeing CBDCs being something real. And some of them will be a token on an entirely private network with lots of bridges to other networks. Some of them will be on things like our AppNet, where it's a private network, but it has Hedera for the consensus. Some of them will be done just on a network, like using the tokens on Hedera as a CBDC. There's many different ways of doing it, but it's not worth doing unless you're interoperable with the world. And so they'll definitely make it interoperable with the world. And Hedera will be playing a part of it. So either it's a token on Hedera, or it's an AppNet with Hedera, or it's a private network that has bridges to Hedera, or a private network that bridges to other networks but uses Hedera's AppNets as the bridge, all sorts of different permutations. The countries of the world are trying to figure out how best to do it, and it's an open question what they will come up with. If you are a voter in some country on this planet, please vote. But I think it's going to happen. At this point, I think it will happen widespread around the world. It's just a question of exactly what it ends up looking like. And so vote, tell your representatives.
Did you sort of just say that some of these countries are working with Hedera to do CBDCs?
I did not say those words.
Okay,
Absolutely not.
Okay. Just trying to clarify. Okay.
So we talk to lots of people, but of course we can't talk about what we're talking about.
Of course.
So
right. Of course. I got it. Lots of announcements of a non-announcement. I love it. It is interesting to see, just to think of this future of kind of this tokenization.
Folks, both QNT and Hedera are one of the prime utility projects out there. They're working on payments. They're working on CBDCs. They're working on various different sectors when it comes to the world of finance, real-world asset tokenization, RWA, you name it. Recently, the Crypto Authority Oracle has integrated QNT into its blockchain ecosystem. This positions QNT inside one of the largest enterprise data networks in the world. So the Overledger provides cross-network interoperability that can unify cloud, blockchain, and financial systems as a whole. So it is one of the first movers when it comes to interoperability and the names that it is associated with. The Hedera fans, if you do not know about Quant Network, it is one of the biggest names when it comes to the utility potential. When it comes to the utility crypto potential, QNT's name is up there with the very best, folks. Look at this. This tokenizer decided to put a tier list together for some of the largest QNT collabs we've seen over the past few years. So you can see this alignment, government UK. Now this is what we're interested in. This was where the CBDC prospect of Quant Network was coming into play, folks. In the Quant Network infrastructure, Quant Network working on digital pound. Look at this. CBDC Project Rosalind, folks. So Quant Network is also involved when it comes to CBDCs. Now, folks, I saw a video over here. Let me translate it. This is the second side of CBDCs. apparently the bad side that you can say, or the dark side of CBDCs that that various people put in that people highlight. So let me translate this. A must-see, an explosive mini-documentary reveals the coordinated global plan to build a digital control grid on a planetary scale, a fusion between digital identity, programmable currencies, which are CBDCs, facial recognition, and artificial intelligence. A system modeled, anyways, this isn't science fiction. It is the future promoted by the World Economic Forum. So let's check this one out, and then we're going to be looking at this further as to how Hedera and Quant Network can regulate this for the better of the financial world as a whole, and not if for us not to fall in this dystopian financial arena that everyone talks about, that the opposition talks about, basically. So we're going to be looking at that in a moment.
Every adult will need a new government-issued digital ID.
A digital ID.
But folks, one thing is for certain. I'll tell you guys this. When you see this, you understand whether someone likes it or not. Central bank digital currencies are being tested. They are being explored. So the utility projects, be it Quant Network, be it HEDERA HBAR, folks, be it HEDERA, all of them are pretty much relevant and pretty much are involved while forging this new financial system. So that much is set in stone for now, folks, at least. It all depends on the team's development, but for now, both of them are involved.
Having all of your personal information stored in one place.
We will spare no effort to make Europe an AI continent.
To integrate you into this great reset.
So how soon could central bank digital currencies become a reality?
You know, we should be helping countries to develop a national digital infrastructure.
Imagine every purchase you make, every app you use, every place you visit, all contributing to a single digital profile, a personal digital identity. This way, many details of your life could be stored in a unified digital record. That profile might eventually connect with your bank, your doctor, your employer, government agencies, and even your car. This isn't science fiction. It's a vision that organizations like the World Economic Forum are advocating, and that governments and tech companies are gradually moving toward. The rollout of this digital ID infrastructure is truly global and coordinated. Oracle founder and billionaire Larry Ellison emphasizes the need to feed AI systems an immense amount of all available government data.
By the way, Oracle is connected with the Quant Network. This is why I showed you that earlier, folks. Oracle is pretty much connected with Quant Network.
For what government should do in terms of its digital infrastructure, digital ID, data centers, and so on.
The first thing a country needs to do is to unify all of their data so it can be consumed and used by the AI model. Basically, I have to tell the AI model as much about my country as I can. If you want to improve population health, you have to take all of your healthcare data, your diagnostic data, your electronic health records, your genomic data.
The benefits are clear. Digital ID will make our interactions with each other and with the state faster, cheaper, and more reliable.
So folks, I'm going to be giving you my thoughts by the end of this, but I would like to add one thing over here, folks. This is also true. People oftentimes mention that, yeah, there are so many bad takes when it comes to CBDCs and show you different scenarios. We already are part of the global economy where we use credit cards, where we use debit cards, where we use every single where we use our bank accounts for transactions. Our details are already with the institutions, so that much. And if we're using various applications or anything, we feed them data as well. Data, as they say, is the new oil, folks. We are already doing that. This will people do not realize that this has the potential to optimize everything. The things that we're doing at the moment, which are lagging, the financial infrastructure which is lagging behind, this might make it better. This might optimize it, like we saw over here, that it can be used as which can make transactions faster, smoother, much more secure as well. Anyways, to each their own, but we're going to be talking about that in a moment. Let's check this out.
Stay with me. This isn't some distant future. Steps toward it are already underway.
Facial recognition can now spot suspects in real time from live video, tracking organized criminals at borders, in public spaces, even helping find missing people.
There are cameras on top of the van that scan everyone's faces as they walk past.
Tony Blair is a technocrat. He believes basically that the people at the top need to decide everything themselves, and if you could have total control over everybody, everything will be wonderful. This is a Chinese model.
Oracle co-founder Larry Ellison predicts AI surveillance will be part of our everyday lives in the future. Ellison said AI will soon play a major role in monitoring society through a vast network of interconnected cameras.
The police will be on their best behavior because we're constantly recording, watching and recording everything that's going on. Citizens will be on their best behavior because we're constantly recording and reporting everything that's going on.
Well, what it will do is create the digital control infrastructure, which then lays the groundwork for all your activities and all of your behavior to be managed by the government, and for you to be rewarded or disincentivized in relation to certain behavior. That is the Chinese social credit system, where if you are a good citizen, quote unquote, you can do things that other people cannot do. And if you're a bad citizen, quote unquote, you can't even buy a train ticket to go to a different city. This is where it's going.
That tells me I'm still on the blacklist.
Punished because he's been branded untrustworthy by the state.
Once you're blacklisted, you can no longer get a bank loan, start a business, buy an apartment.
Across big screens.
Millions have experienced some form of restricted access.
For the right to work.
Western countries are rapidly developing their own digital ID programs. The UK has announced a national digital ID scheme.
We need to be really clear. You must have ID, mandatory digital ID, in order to work.
This technology has advanced amazingly.
To make the most of this new and revolutionary technology.
The British people view this whole digital ID as an Orwellian nightmare.
Yeah, these motherfuckers are pushing digital ID on these people, and then they'll be able to control your movement and control you entirely.
This is your wake-up call. This is about building a centralized, state-controlled digital identity system that could be used, will be used, to link your finances, your medical history, your travel movements, your social media activity, even your social activity in real life, and more. It's quite frankly a digital dog tag. And once it's
So folks, this is one perspective, that it is all about the control, that it is all about the control of those that are in the upper echelons of society, and this is one take on things. But and this is a really popular opinion. You can trigger people, and people get with this opinion. This is a popular opinion. People say, yeah, we need our privacies intact and everything. But there's another take on this. If projects like Quant Network, if projects like HEDERA HBAR, HEDERA, folks, if they do it right, if they try to do this right, there can be a middle ground as well. People show this totally extreme dystopian scenario where digital ID or CBDCs, they're going to be used to control and have that total point system and everything. But there is a middle ground as well. This might make the life of the individual much more optimized, much more easier. You might be able to do things with much ease. You might be able to transfer money with ease. if we take so much time to transfer money from one state to another. If a person knows your ID in another state, he might be able to, or he or she might be able to send you that money for your own freelancing or any other initiative in a much easier way. There is so many things that can happen with this, folks. I know that a lot of people are passionate when it comes to talk about only one scenario, but there can be another scenario as well where this legacy system, the traditional arena, is much more optimized than it already is, and these IDs, the digital IDs, they might be used in a much efficient manner for transactions, for shopping, for making the life better for the individual as well. So that scenario can also be possible as well. So we shouldn't always be pessimistic when it comes to the future. Yeah, I agree that there can be another perspective, that everything has a good and a bad side as well. But all I'm saying that technology is as good or bad as you use it. So if Hedera, if Quant Network, if they play a good part in it, and if they try and make security a paramount element, and they try to try their level best to integrate the banking activities, I think that it can be that it can play a good part in the world of finance as well. So one thing is for certain, the new financial infrastructure is being forged, and projects like Quant Network and Hedera are trying to shape it. So, folks, which camp do you belong to? Do you think that our CBDC is good or bad for finance? And what do you think? What role would Quant and Hedera be playing? I would really like your opinions. Do hit the comment box below and let the community know. Anyways, guys, this was it for the video. If you liked it, make sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification icon if you're interested in utility coins and potential gems. And you can also support the channel by checking out Patreon by following the link in the description box below. Until next time, stay blessed and stay tuned. Thank you very much, everyone.